I wanted to tell you about my new book is out, The Otherpowering You. But before we go into that, I want you to think about something. So, we all need heat, fire, power, especially a part of our modern society. But there was a time in history where you had to make a fire from sticks, or you had to make a torch from sticks and leaves and melting oil and all of that. And now we just get to flick a switch. Well, that was because somebody made a discovery along the way that made our modern world possible. Well, science has discovered that there are powers in the universe that hold gravitational and moving objects from flying apart. And they have called that by a name I don't necessarily like, dark matter and dark energy. But this is the same kind of stuff that Christians and Muslims and Buddhists and Baptists and priests and magi's and shaman and have been talking about for a long time, like 50,000 years at least that I can track, where they talk about the creator, whatever you call them, creator bringing in energy so that your spiritual side and your emotional side and your mental side can work, and it helps the physical environment. But the thing is that science discovered this. Okay, so if you think about where we all started, living in caves or whatever, and how we were able to move out because of advancements, because of discoveries, well, I wrote a book called The Otherpowering You. And it is about not only that scientific discovery, but how you can use that to grow your gifts of discernment and your psychic gifts. You get to read the first 50 pages for free. So by all means, go take a look at it. And I hope you find it as fascinating as other people have. So I want to share that with you. But on a deeper level, you all have gifts. You all have innate things that not everybody has. And there are, as it relates to gifts of the spirit or gifts of discernment, we all have insightful things that help the people around us. And sometimes they don't want the help, but it's there anyway. But you know about 200 people that you could be of assistance to. And whether you're using my book, Living Love, or The Otherpowering You, this is a way for you to polish and use those gifts to be of service to the people you love and care about. So, you know, if you are a good cook, people like to eat food, right? So why not polish your gifts of relationship or discernment and be able to help people with that? Like Elizabeth is watching right now, and she's a talented artist, illustrator. And how many people would like to have a nice piece of art? Well, on the same token, how many people would appreciate a nice meal? How many people, I'm trying to think of all the gifts of the people that I know of that listen to this. So share, care, help, because our world really needs it right now. It really does. I don't think you'd have to do more than this or this to find someone in your world that wouldn't be blessed by one of the gifts that you have. By the way, there are 72 gifts, not 12. So here's my little illustration for that. If you needed a lawyer, would you want a gifted one? If you needed help with taxes, would you want a gifted accountant? If you were sick, would you want a gifted doctor? Those three people don't have the same gifts. They may share a couple, but they don't have exactly the same gifts. They don't have the volume, the depth, the breadth. And I came up with a scalable system for that back when I was in the military going through psychic development training and teaching it. So a way to be able to judge the level is also in the Otherpowering book. And so the way to check your depth and your breadth. So when it comes to like music, right? There's playing it softly and there's playing it loudly. There's being able to hear it across the room. There's being able to hear it right next to you without it blasting your ears out. So these are all examples of breadth, depth, and ability, right? So that's part of the book. And so not everybody has the same breadth and depth, even if they have the same gift. So I wanted to share that with you. And I really want to encourage you. And even if it's only for yourself, what if you became a better guesser? What if the snafus that smack you don't find you? Right? What if you could guess yourself out of that? What would that be worth? I want you to think about when you are able to avoid those mistakes and where that could help you, because that's also in the book. So when you're trying to get things going for yourself or understanding, or, you know, if you ever get stuck reading the book, y'all know how to find me. You can like me, subscribe, whatever. But again, the first 50 pages of this book is free for you to read. So namaste, and I hope you're having a phenomenally beautiful day.